Hi y'all, my name is Angelique and welcome to my YouTube channel. I figured for this video I would take you through a day in the life of a Cincinnati Shakespeare Company Tour Company member. I have my CSC shirt on, I'm going to throw my hair up in a bun, and then I have a couple of errands to run before my call time at 2. So let's go.
It is about 1:30 and I just made it to the theater. As you can see, we are outdoors right now and I'm wearing my mask because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Wear your mask to help save the arts. But I'm here a little bit early because on top of being a tour company member, I am also the tour manager, which means I act as a liaison between the company and whatever venue we are in. I also have a couple of stage management duties. So I actually have to do a little bit of work before our call time at 2. But now I'm going to take you to the theater. Let's go. This is the Otto M. Budig Theater, and I am heading there right now. So this is the main entrance of the theater. Say hi to Hamlet. But as an actor, I am actually going to head to our stage door, which is a little ways down the road. So I will take you right there. This is the stage door, but before we head inside, I wanted to show you one of my favorite things about CSC, which is this mural that they put on the loading dock for Lorraine Hansberry. They put it earlier this summer, and Lorraine Hansberry is the playwright who wrote A Raisin in the Sun. So isn't that just gorgeous? But now let's head inside. Ooh. So we are now in the theater, and what we would normally do is just move our peg on the call board to let people know that we're here. But because we're in the middle of a pandemic, they have added another task, and that is just to check and record our temperature whenever we enter the building. So I'm going to do that, sign in, and then go do some work, and I'll be back for you guys at 2 p.m.
It is 2 p.m. and now we are going to start prepping for the show. For the rest of this video, I will have my mask off and will keep it off unless I am interacting with someone else outside of our cast. And that is because all 6 cast members actually live in the same house and we quarantine together, which pretty much makes us a household, which is why we're able to take off our masks during our performances and while we set up. So I'm going to take off my mask and begin packing the van, which is what we do first. We pack the van with all of our sets, props, and costumes, and then we'll be headed to Richmond, Indiana. So let's go. So this is what the van looks fully packed. As you can see, it's a really tight fit, but there is plenty of room for all the actors. See you there! And now we're off on the 90-minute drive to Richmond, Indiana. So this is going to be a long drive. This is actually the furthest we've ever traveled for a show, but I came prepared, and I'm going to be reading Roxane Gay's Bad Feminist on the drive. And we made it to Richmond, Indiana. That's Marcus, and he plays the characters of Demetrius and Bottom in the show. And in front of me is Colleen, who plays Hermia, Titania, and Snout. Next to her is Ariana, who plays Puck and Theseus. All the way in the front, sitting shotgun, is Lennon, who plays Lysander, Flute, and Cobweb, and Abigail, who plays Helena, Hippolyta, Quince, and Moth. As for me, I play Oberon, Aegeus, and Snug the Joiner. We are driving through the city of Richmond, Indiana, in order to make it to the park where we will be performing at, which is connected to the Richmond Shakespeare Festival. So we made it to Richmond, Indiana, and we are all set up. Welcome to Athens. This is the same set we use for A Midsummer Night's Dream, Romeo and Juliet, and Macbeth. However, we do change some of the props and the arrangement of the curtains to make it a completely new location for every different show. We also bring our own sound equipment to these park locations so that whether we have an audience of 30 or 300, everyone is able to hear us. That's Justin in the purple, and he's our tour company sound designer. Hey all, I wanted to take a second to show you my base layer of clothes. It's a little wrinkled, but hey, when you have all your clothes in the back of a van and you travel for about 90 minutes, these things happen, and it's tour life. But We actually wear base layers for all 3 of our shows because each one of our shows have only 6 actors, which means for A Midsummer Night's Dream in particular, we have people playing between 2 and 4 roles. Myself, I play Aegeus, Oberon, and Snug the Joiner. So we have this base layer of clothes on throughout the entire show, and we put on very quickly other layers of clothes to become the characters that we are for the show. It's very crazy and a very hectic backstage experience, but it's really, really wonderful. I am also in a bathroom. When you're on tour, you have to find creative ways to get changed. Most of the time it's in a bathroom, but sometimes we actually have changing rooms and dressing rooms and all of that stuff. We really can't change backstage because we're in parks for the most part. So it's very strange to be changing that much out in the open. So we change in bathrooms and in hallways and in garages and all of these places in our base layers, and then put on the other costumes backstage in the middle of the show. Now that I'm in my base layer, I'm going to head out, put on my microphone, and get ready for Fight Call. So sadly, I wasn't able to take any video of Fight Call because I was in it, but here is a glimpse of us backstage before the show, and a boomerang of the Lovers' Quarrel Fight Call. And this is some video I was able to take right after I got off stage as Aegeus. This is our iPad and mic for the sound cues, our costume rack, and everything else we need for the show. This is a glimpse of my Snug the Joiner Mechanicals costume, and Ari and I having fun backstage as Puck and Oberon. So this is what my hair looks like after the show. Oh my gosh, because of all the hats that I wear, it is crazy. But we just finished the show. I am back in my clothes and ready to pack everything back into the van and make the 90-minute trek back to Cincinnati.
And just like that, we've begun the takedown.
It is 10:40 p.m. and I am back safe and sound at home. After the show, we then had to pack up set, props, costume, and sound back into the van, drive the 90 minutes back to Cincinnati Shakespeare Company, and then unload the van at the theater before we could finally go home. And it may feel like I'm done for the day, but I actually have one last thing I need to do as tour manager, and that is fill out a performance report of tonight's show. So I'm gonna head over and go do that right now, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for following me today, and I hope you guys enjoy my channel. Bye.